I haven't seen many short films that make my skin crawl quite like this one. It's called Teeth, and it's about a guy who hates his teeth so much that he does everything in his power to get rid of them. Our narrator tells us his journey from the moment he started teething at 2 years old. He hated his first tooth and viewed it as an imposter on his gums. He would bite hard things to punish the tooth. Eventually, it was taken out after biting into a candy apple. But he knew his fight against teeth wasn't over, and by 6 years old, he had a whole new set of teeth. He lost his first new tooth after a kid beat him up, and he was exhilarated every time he'd glide his tongue through the gap. Eventually, he became obsessed with feeling his own gums, so he kept losing teeth, whether it was through medical intervention or if he had to take them out himself. By 48, he needed dentures. He would analyze food to see how harmful they'd be to his dentures, and would do everything in his power to make sure his dentures remained in perfect condition. This inspired him to embark on a personal project, and so he started capturing animals and using their teeth to make the perfect dentures. Finally, his masterpiece was complete, but because the teeth were so sharp, he ended up biting off his own tongue. And it's not stated, but it's implied, and this is where his obsession with his tongue began. This film tells the story of obsession. This man's obsession with teeth started as a child and stayed with him. It grew as he grew until it took over his mind completely. It's also interesting how the fly followed him throughout the film. It landed on the first tooth he lost, and then the next time it landed was when he lost his tongue. It's like the fly was foreshadowing his eventual death, and always landed on the parts of him that were removed or dying or taken off. This man constantly surrounded himself with death and decay, from rotting teeth to the bodies of dead animals. When he bit his tongue off, we knew that the object of his obsession would move onto his tongue and history would only repeat itself. This man wasn't just obsessed with teeth, but ultimately he was obsessed with self-destruction, and unfortunately he wasn't going to stop until every piece of him was gone.